I want to ask a question. And this question goes to Ebonyi State government and Ebonyi State governor. What is the crime of my people? What is the crime of my community that made Ebonyi State government to abandon my people the way my people has been abandoned? I want to ask this question, Mr. Governor. What is the crime of my people that made Ebonyi State government to forsake my people to this very point? You promised to construct our road. That road is supposed to be a 4-kilometer road from Egedegede Junction to the Market Square. But you say 2 kilometers. But to me, it is totally unacceptable. 2 kilometers cannot solve the situation my people are going through. Because you were not told and you never saw it yourself. So my question is this. Why is it that my people have been abandoned? Why is it that your government has decided to abandon my people? Why is it that my people have been lied to after raising their hope very high that the road was going to be constructed and celebrations were everywhere? I'm asking this question now. Mr. Governor, why have you abandoned my people? Why is it that my people are not remembered when it is time for development? When it is time to gain something from the government, my people are not remembered. I'm asking this question because this is a high level of deceit. Yes, there are people that don't tell you the truth, Mr. Governor. There are people that don't tell you the truth. And these are the people I see them as sycophants. They only go around you, say good about you, but at the back they will criticize you. It is better I come out and say it openly to the world and to your hearing because I've sent you so many messages telling you what my people go through. That road has killed a lot of people. From the month of April to November, nobody travels home. No social activities takes place in that community during rainy season. So I am asking this question, Mr. Governor and the Ebonyi State government. What is the crime of my people? Because I have seen that you have chosen to develop some areas in Ebonyi State as if there are people that are more Ebonyian than the others. We all are from Ebonyi State, and there is nobody in Ebonyi State that is more Ebonyian than another person. From the governor down to the list, nobody is more Ebonyian. It's just that some people found themselves in a position of power. That is only different thing we experience today. That is the difference we experience. We are all the same. Nobody is more Ebonyian than other. And I'm making this video to let the world know that my people are still suffering as a result of what the Ebonyi State government has decided to do. You awarded a road. You say 2-kilometer road. To me, I never accepted 2 kilometers because it is not done anywhere at all. Where that 2 kilometers is going to stop, that is the beginning of the suffering of my people. So if the government is not ready to build that road, to construct that road, then the government should forget about it, than raising the hope of my people and dumping them. When 2-kilometer road is constructed, who completes the rest? And it will be on record that the Ebonyi State government has constructed in Nkalaha's road, which we never saw anything. Even if that 2 kilometers is completed, is our problem solved? The answer is no. Mr. Governor, you have abandoned my people. And I am seeing it as if you have chosen to develop other places. Let me make it clear. Let me just make it clear because flyovers are being constructed everywhere in Ebonyi State capital. And I know the money or the fund pushed into one flyover can construct almost the rural roads in the whole Ebonyi State. If we can tell ourselves the truth, let us hide all these things. Let us not hide all this truth again. Let's expose everything so that people can know the truth. Why is it that when it comes to my own people, we are forsaken? Before 2 weeks, that road was abandoned. No official statement from your office, Mr. Governor, because I sent you a message. No official statement from the government of Ebonyi State. The same people that voted you in, you have abandoned them. You have forsaken them as if they are not important to you. Why is it that my people are only remembered when it is time for elections? You like the elections, you love the people because of the elections, because they can vote you. You love their vote, but you don't love them. Then anyone or any government official or any political party that does not love my people, that does not wish my people well, that does not want my people to have a good rule, should not demand our vote. Yes, such government doesn't deserve our vote because this is highest level of man's inhumanity to man. Our people were killed in February this year. About 18 people were massacred by Fulani Marauders. What did the government do? It took Nema how many months? Over 4, 5, 6 months to come to the aid of my people. And when Nema came, through the help of one of our brothers in Abuja, they stopped at Egedegede. without going to the community, not even the village, because they said the road was bad. The same road abandoned by your government. They never went through that road. And they did everything outside the community. Now, when it was time for Ebonyi State government to at least give something to the families of the victims, they were invited to Ishelu Local Government Council, the headquarters of Ishelu, exposing the people to danger. Now, the families of the victims were given 2 million naira, and it was announced to the whole world, exposing them to danger. And giving the Fulani herdsmen that killed my people 1 million naira, saying that their cows were killed. They said it was a compensation for their cows killed, but I saw it from another angle, that they were being empowered to buy more arms, to kill my people. After that incident, what had the government done to ameliorate the issue, the situations of my people? Have you provided security in the community? The answer is no. Elections are coming. Some gullibles will go to that community to campaign. Tread with caution, because people are suffering. After lying to my people, raising their hope, nothing is done till today. Why is it so? Why is it so? That is my question. That is my question. Why is it that my people are being treated this very way, badly, and no one is talking? Some politicians in my community today decided to close their mouth because of the peanut they get from the government. And that is why people like us must talk. We have to talk the truth. We have to speak out the truth. Mr. Governor, you are not fair to my people. Ebonyi State government, you are not fair to my people. You are not fair at all, at all. That road, you may decide to leave that road, my people will not die. My forefathers, they died without seeing a third road. They grew up and they died without seeing a third road. So it is no longer a new thing to us. But it will be of your own interest that it was during your administration that the road leading to Nkalaha community was constructed. That is just the truth I want to tell you. You may see it that I am attacking you. I'm not attacking you. I'm speaking the truth. As a man of God, I have every right to tell you the truth. Woe unto me if I don't speak the truth. Other men of God, they see what I am seeing, they close their mouth, but I see them, the oil on their head is like a condemned engine oil, because they don't speak the truth. How many of you men of God can tell the government of Ebonyi State the truth? The money they use in coming to appreciate you, to sow seed in your ministries, can't you tell them to use it to construct the road leading to Nkalaha community? Some of you clap for them, give them names, give them titles, but people are dying on a daily basis. And some people say, why are you talking? Why won't we talk? If I don't talk, my existence makes no meaning. My going to my level of on exposure makes no meaning if I can't talk. We have to expose all these things. Let people know it. 18 people were massacred in my community because of the deplorable situation of the road. They were not buried for a long time, for months. They've been in the hospital, in the mortuary, because of man's inhumanity to man. Assuming that road was constructed, so many people would have been evacuated, they wouldn't have been killed during the massacre, but there was no road. And today, the state government is telling us that the government is going to build what is 2 kilometers when we have more than that? If you are not ready to construct our road, forget it, let it be. We have been suffering. It never started from today. It has been a part of my people. I have sent so many videos. Look at our food produce decaying, getting spoiled every day because there was no vehicle that could convey them to the city where they could be sold. Why is this happening? There are people that are enjoying this governance more than our people. And some people that I expect them to speak, they don't want to speak. Mr. Governor, let me just tell you the truth. We are part of this state. We have been contributing enormously to this state. When you talk about food crops, we are there. We are there. So why must we be abandoned? That road wouldn't take anything away from Ebonyi State to construct that road down to Market Square. You can send somebody to go and see what I am telling you, because during rainy season, I have sent to you so many videos on your WhatsApp. What people go through. Dead bodies are carried on the gate because no vehicle. Where is that done in this 21st century? Where is that done? We have to tell you people the truth. This is man's inhumanity to man. Nkalaha has been scammed after raising our hope. We have been scammed. Yes, we have been scammed. Why won't we talk? We have been. If others are keeping quiet, it doesn't make sense. We must talk. Somebody like me has to talk, because our people are in pain. Our people are in pain. Those of you that will be going to campaign for politicians, I want you to know, what are you going to tell them after lying to them that government was going to do this? See, Mr. Governor, it was one of the promises you made. Based on that, I'm saying this. This is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That is why it is called democracy. Everyone has a mouth to talk. Where there is no voice, there is nobody. So people have to talk, to tell you the truth, so that you can make changes. The people that are not doing well in your government, remove them. Remove them. Because you issue that order that road should be constructed, though 2 kilometers. But we don't accept 2 kilometers. Personally, myself, I'm speaking for myself. Personal opinion. Because my people can... See, let me tell you, that you need to go and sit, as a governor, you need to go and visit the place. You need to go. Even when my people died, you should have gone there yourself to see. And other people should have gone there. You would have gone there with other people to see what my people are seeing. So what I'm saying is this. To end this issue, construct the road you promised construct. Why is it our own? A bridge was awarded by the government. Somebody embezzled the money. It wasn't done till today from federal government. Everything about Nkalaha today, but it seems politics overrides it, and nobody wants to speak the truth because of pin on the gate. I have to tell you people the truth. It is high time this truth is told. Let's call a spade a spade. Ebonyi State government, you are not fair to my people. If you are fair, you only fair to some individuals, very selfish people that only after their own pockets. That sometimes things are given to them, they don't send it to the community. God forbid. God forbid. It is better one is not alive than to be in bondage without speaking out. Without speaking out. Freedom is what we need, and that is why we are speaking out. I'm speaking out this way. If others are keeping quiet, it will be a punishment to me as a man of God not to speak the truth. Yes, we are pushed to the wall. Even a toothless goat, when pushed to the wall, reacts, and that is why I'm reacting on behalf of my people, because not everyone that can come up to talk. So we have to talk on behalf of others who cannot talk. It doesn't cost Ebonyi State anything to build a 4-kilometer road. It's not up to what people take from the government purse, and nothing happens. Nobody talks about it. EFCC cannot even investigate them because some of them are corrupt. Corruptions everywhere. Please, anybody, if you are not happy with what I'm saying, then tell the government to go and do what they're supposed to do the needful. Because this is what others enjoy. The road that others have gotten 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years ago, we are still pleading with government to go and construct a road for just 4-kilometer road. And they're talking of 2 kilometers. Who does that in this 21st century? I sound this way because we are in pain. We are in pain. Every 4 years they'll come and campaign and lie to us and nothing is done. Just a 4-kilometer road. Before 2 weeks they abandoned it and left. And want us to keep quiet. I saw it myself because I had to travel to the east and see things myself. I have sent messages to the governor, sent videos to call him on phone. And he ignored my calls. Please, if you get this video, share it, let it go viral. I want it to go viral. Let everyone see what we're seeing. You can watch some of the videos I've posted online. I'm doing that because we're in pain. My name is Dr. VC Naji, Potence Voice. Thank you and God bless you.